Greetings. Welcome to The Remedy, a space where we support people in their journeys of self-discovery and healing. I am Koya, and I'm here to help you help yourself.
Hello, my name's Sophia, and today I've come to therapy to release and tap into my energy.
Welcome. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, so let's start with the cards.
Yeah.
Ancestral cards. So I'll knock the energy out of it, and then I'm going to ask you to just close your eyes and just pick
Go
a
around,
card.
yeah?
Yeah, pick a card.
Release.
What do you want to release today?
Everything. It's time to talk.
Yeah, it's
Let's
time
go.
to talk. So let's start.
Right. Abuse. Abuse. It was a hard time, but now I'm here. It's easier to speak about.
Okay. Abuse. What type of abuse are we speaking about?
Sexual abuse. It's hard to even feel like, like when you're ready to speak and just be free about it, it's hard to kind of, oh yeah, I'm over, because I'm not over it.
Yeah.
But I've let go and I've forgiven.
Ooh.
Willingness.
What are you willing to do?
Everything.
What's everything?
Whatever's coming, let's do it, innit? Everything. I'm willing to live and just be free.
Yeah.
Free. I just want to go back to Africa. And that's one of my biggest dreams. Take my children and just live.
Well, I think we need to do a card to end.
Look, you're going to start making me cry now. Look.
It's all good.
It's love, man.
It is.
Just
It
love.
is. It is. That's what this is about.
Yes.
These spaces, and your tears are welcome, because your tears are also tears of joy.
And it's healing, isn't it?
And it's healing. And it's the change. And it's the transformation. And it's the transgression of Sophia being who she needs to be in the way that she needs to be, created by Sophia in the way that Sophia wants it to be. That is power. That is your power.
It's my power. Yes.
Let's have our last card. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. I want you to expand your stomach.
I can't even hold it in.
That's okay. It's okay, because it's actually practice. It's one of those things. So I'm going to ask you to do it again. Breathe in. And exhale.
I'm Cassandra. I'm a mother, a sister, a community worker. I've worked in offending behaviour, criminal justice, mental health, and I share because I care, and it's important. So I go a long way to doing a lot of work with my sisters and my brothers within this community to show people the pathways to healing. So Sophia, after today's remedy and you sharing, and we came to the conclusion that you're awakening. Thank you for sharing with us.
Give thanks.
I've come to the conclusion, which I think is a nice thought for not only yourself but others, that sharing and including yourself in therapy, would you recommend it to anybody else?
Most definitely.
And then how would you recommend it to anybody else?
I'd ask them if they want to be free. And if they said yes, then I would continue. But if they said no, I'd ask why. And why they would want to stay in the place where they're at and not live.
Challenging our experiences and how we adapt to things that we don't actually take for second nature.
I'm Danielle and I've come to the Remedy to talk about my past trauma and where I am now.
Let's begin. So what I'm going to need you to do is just close your eyes and pick a card. When you're ready, share.
Powerful. Awakening.
Tell me more.
I've been on a journey for maybe the last 3 years, just trying to find out who I am and what I'm about. I think I grew up constantly worrying about everybody else and what was happening with everybody else. I had grey hairs from the age of 9. My mum always used to say, don't worry about what everyone else is doing, just think about yourself. And as much as she used to say it to me, it was always like, no, I'm still responsible. But I didn't know why. And just going through different relationships with friends and partners, I've always just felt a sense of responsibleness for the other person. And even now, I still can't actually work out why.
When would you say, how old did you become aware of this?
So when I was about 9 or 10, when my mum was doing my hair, and she was just like, Danielle, where are you going with all these grey hairs? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? And it was just almost like, what am I thinking about? I don't know. I just know that I want to make sure that you're okay and my little sister's okay.
Are you the eldest?
Yeah.
Okay. Firstborn.
Yeah. And I think actually at that time I had found out that my mum had had an abortion. So I wasn't technically the first one. So yeah, I don't know. And that's literally only just sat with me today.
Is there a feeling about that? That yeah, the one before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that when you
Did
said
you?
it. Yeah, I felt.
I think because in my mind I've always felt that I had an older brother. And obviously she didn't know whether it was a boy or it was a girl, but I always in my mind felt that I had an older brother. It turns out I had a younger brother. But anyway, that's another story that sort of rolls in. When I was 16, I found out I had a brother who was 13. So I think I felt not responsible for him, but I felt like it was my job to get him back into the family.
And so your brother who's 13 is from your father's side?
My father's side, yeah.
Right. Okay. So there's a sense, I'm feeling some ancestral stuff here with that responsibility.
I feel like in some ways it is. I've always been told that I've got an old soul, and I always have felt that not that I didn't get on with my peers, but I was, as much as I was always the youngest, I was like the mother of everybody, you know? So, I don't know, maybe in my past life, I don't know what I was doing.
I wonder about mum's story. So was mum's looking after you all by herself? Was
Yeah, it was mum and Nan. They were both single
and Nan's
parents.
story?
She was a single parent as well.
Okay, so so if you put your hand here, close your eyes. Just want you
It's
to take,
racing, sorry.
I can feel it. I just want you to just take your other hand and put it on top of that hand and rub that hand. Yeah. Breathe. Just take a deep breath in. Exhale. What does Danielle want?
Happiness.
And what does that look like?
Love. Unconditional.
And how is Danielle loving herself? unconditionally.
Loving what she loves.
What does Danielle love?
Her children, being creative, helping others.
Spend it both.
Peace. Lots of peace.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing because my heartbeat is slowed down just thinking of that peace. Yeah. Less judgment, I think,
Or your own judgment of yourself?
of myself. Just watching my nan, and then watching my mum, and then saying, I don't want to be like my mum. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna da 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 da. And then to be sat in her shoes and seeing the struggles. I'm not saying I resented my mum, but a part of me disliked her and was like, but why are we like this? Because I see my friends and their mum and dad and da 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 da. And then even the relationship with my dad, it was hard because he wasn't, I mean, he was there. I went there every other weekend, but I was more with my cousins or my grandma, my aunties. So in some ways, there wasn't as much of an emotional connection. And I think that I then started having relationships to try and build that. And obviously someone my age could never really be a father figure. And I just found myself wanting that love from a man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think because after my nan had passed, my dad's mum, our relationship changed. And with our relationship changing, I felt like my own personal change happened.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey.
Connection.
Yeah.
The connection. The breaking of the cycles, you really are doing it.
I have to, we have to, because I look at my son and my daughter and I'm just like, this has to stop. And that's everything I work for now, is for them to do it different and for them to see different and want to be better and different.
Yeah, because children may not do as we say, but will always do as we act. Yeah, so what we do, well, clear evidence in what you're saying with what happens with what's happened with Nan, what's happened with Mum, and the cycle you're breaking now.
Yeah. And I don't want people to judge single parents and blame. Because I think what happens is a lot of single mothers are blamed for being single mothers, not realising the struggle of being that single mother. And there was no way in my life that I wanted to have a baby and be that single mother. And I tried everything I could not to be that single mother. But then you have to think about your own happiness for the sake of your children, because you don't want them to grow up in a toxic environment.
Definitely, because you're your number one priority. You have to look after yourself in order to be able to look after your children. And that starts with mind, body and spirit, all three of them, in order for you to be able to show up how you want to. Really.
Yes.
Yeah, in the way that you want to. I really commend you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a powerful move.
Yeah, it's been difficult, but I definitely feel that I'm now living my best life because I'm doing stuff that I enjoy. I'm in a job that I enjoy doing. I've created a business with something I enjoy.
Tell me
and
more
something
about
I
that.
believe in.
Yeah, tell me about your creativity. Tell me about your soul that you put into.
I've always been about natural remedies and healing. I don't like pharmaceutical stuff, so I've always been about just natural things. And during the lockdown, I was just like, well, why am I just keeping this to myself? Let me share it with the world. So I started making lip balms, and then I started making body butters, and I want to make face creams, and I want to just have a whole line of just natural products, because we are people from Africa and we've got the best resources, so why are we not using them?
Did you say I want to or I am?
I am.
Oh,
I am.
I think we need another class on that.
Joy. It does bring me great joy. Everything that I've been doing in the last 3 years has just been a step in the right direction. I've been coming out of my comfort zones. Being happy to say no, which
It's
is
a big one, especially for a rescuer in recovery now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, and not feeling guilty about it anymore, because I'm doing what I can for me and mine, and I realised that you can't pour from an empty cup, and I think I was like,
Yeah. Only from your overflow. Only from your overflow.
exactly. So I think I'm grateful for having the opportunity to share and express, because my mum wasn't really a talker. So I spoke to some aunties, but again, I just never felt the same. But in these 3 years, I've met some amazing people and have been able to speak my truth and not feel judged. And in some ways, I don't even care, because I know that it's healing for me.
Yeah.
So I'm happy in that. So joy, everything I'm doing, being here today is just, yeah. So I am full of joy, definitely.
It makes me want to ask about your friendship groups and who's your support system and what does it look like?
I have a few. I have a few. I have some that are on my deeper spiritual kind of healing support, and I have my day-to-day genuine, how are you, Dan? People that care and love me, but may not be necessarily on that same journey as me, but they are there for me all the same, and very appreciative, and they're very supportive of me as a person.
Yeah.
And as I said to you before, like, I've always been that mummy figure,
Yeah.
so that's still me.
But you're being looked after.
But I'm being looked after,
Yeah.
and it's been nice to see the roles reversed.
And how are you able to receive it?
Before it was hard, and before I never would ask for help, but now it's being offered to me, and I'm like, okay. And I can accept that and know that it's coming with love, because I think before I was scared it was either going to be taken away or it wasn't genuine. So now I know. And I think in the last 3 years I've seen who my people are.
Yeah.
100%. So I'm just grateful, eternally grateful.
Makes me feel so.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to come to an end soon, but I think we should do one more card just to end, to see where you're at, what you're taking with you,
Okay.
how you continue to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I want you to do this time, I want you to take 3 deep breaths first.
Okay.
So we're going to breathe in through our nose, hold for 4, and then release.
Okay.
So breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and release. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and release. I'm going to put the bowl close to you to shake them about a bit, and then pick the last card.
Openness. I feel, yes, continue to be open and honest and transparent about who I am, what I am. Just be free in being me. Oh, I like that one.
Just be free.
Just be free in being me. Just continue to share.
Yeah.
Because I think it is important in itself, just being here today and unlocking that little thing even today. And I feel like with ongoing sessions, you know, you're going to continue to unlock, because I don't feel like you can come here today and then be fixed. Yeah. So ongoing and just continue to be open. I like that. Yeah. That's amazing.
Today I saw a lady with a t-shirt and she said, "Change is teamwork."
Thank you.
Thank you. You rock, girl. So powerful and brave. Thank you. Thank you.
Danielle, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
We're more than grateful that you're leaving here with openness. And I'm glad your journey has taken you to a point where you look at yourself as much as you care and look at others. Yeah, because it's something that you do standardly and naturally, but to leave yourself out when you matter just as much is just as important.